Hi guys, welcome to this week's YouTube video. This week we're going to be doing a story time and we're going to be reading a novel called Mystery Ranch. I hope you guys enjoy. Mystery Ranch, based on the book by Gertrude Chandler Warner. On the first day of summer, Benny Adlin woke up early. So did his best friend Watch. "Come on, boy," Benny said. Henry, Jesse, and Violet were up too. Everyone was excited for a new adventure. In the kitchen, Grandfather did not look excited. "What's wrong?" Violet asked. Grandfather sighed. "It's my sister, Jane. Her neighbor, Sam, wrote to me. Your great-aunt is not doing well." Henry, Jesse, Violet, and Benny had never met Aunt Jane. After their parents died, the children had run away. For a little while, they had lived in a boxed car. Then, Grandfather found them. Now they had a real home, but they were still learning about their family. "Is Aunt Jane sick?" asked Violet. "I'm afraid she is lonely," Grandfather said. "She lives on a big ranch all by herself." Jesse had an idea. "We can go and visit her. Watch could come too," said Benny. "He makes everyone happier," Grandfather smiled. He knew his grandchildren were very good at cheering people up. The next morning, the children got on the train. It was a long trip. Benny thought they would never get to Aunt Jane's ranch. A friendly passenger helped them. He showed Benny where they were on the map. "Now entering Wyoming," Benny called. At last, the train pulled into their stop, Centerville. Only one other person got off. It was a man with a map. "How strange," said Jesse. We were going to the same place the whole time." "I'm going to call him Mystery Man," said Benny. The children met Sam at the station. He brought them to Aunt Jane's ranch. Henry saw strange stones by the road. "This ranch is the only place I've seen those rocks," Sam told him. Henry wondered what other surprises might be hidden on the big ranch. At the house, Aunt Jane was not in a good mood, just as Grandfather had feared. The children tried to cheer her up. Jesse told her about the mystery man on the train. Aunt Jane only frowned. "He will be gone soon. No one stays in Centerville anymore." Benny had an idea. "When I'm sad, I give Watch a big hug," he said. With that, Watch jumped right onto Aunt Jane's bed. For a moment, Jesse thought Aunt Jane might be mad, but then she smiled. Benny smiled too. He did not mind sharing his best friend. "Let's get to work," Jessie said. Jessie liked to have things in order. She thought it would help cheer up Aunt Jane. The children cleaned. Then they went to go buy groceries for supper. "I hope we see Mystery Man in town," said Benny. But the real mystery was back at the ranch. Aunt Jane was out of bed, but her smile was gone. "Thank goodness you are back," she said. "Some people were here. They wanted me to sell the ranch." "Oh no," said Violet. "Why would they want that?" "I don't know," said Aunt Jane. "But the ranch is not doing well. If things do not get better, I may have to sell." "Don't worry, Aunt Jane," Henry said. "We'll help with the ranch." The next day, the children helped with the chores. Jessie got eggs from the chickens. Henry milked the cow. Violet and Benny took care of the horse. "I'm going to call him Snowball," Benny said. Everyone laughed, even Aunt Jane. Her brother was right. The children knew just how to cheer people up. After doing chores, the Adlins explored. The ranch went on, right up the mountains. Violet found wildflowers. Henry spotted more of the strange rocks, but it was Benny who found the strangest thing. "A little hut. Can we stay the night?" asked Benny. "Like we did in the boxcar?" Henry and Jesse were not so sure. It was far away from Aunt Jane's house. Who had built the strange little hut? And what if they came back? We had better get back," said Jesse. "Aunt Jane might be missing us." At supper, Henry asked about the strange stone. Aunt Jane smiled. "Those are very rare," she said. "My father wanted to mine and sell them, but we never found enough." Henry wanted to ask more questions, but he did not want to upset his aunt. The next morning, the children showed Sam the little hut. Sam frowned. "Someone has been camping here. Why would someone stay on Aunt Jane's land?" asked Violet. "Do you think it was people who tried to buy the ranch?" asked Henry. Sam did not have any answers, but he did know where to go to next. "Sheriff, someone has been staying on Jane Adlin's ranch," Sam said. Henry told the policeman about all the strange things they had seen, but the man did not look worried. "I think there is someone you should meet," he said. "Mystery man," said Benny. "What are you doing here?" the man explained. "My name is Mr. Carter. Your grandfather sent me. I came to look at the rocks of your aunt's ranch. You see, I sell rocks. That's why we got on and off the train at the same place," said Jessie. Aunt Jane said there were not many of those strange rocks," said Henry. Mr. Carter smiled. He had something to show them. "These hills are full of those rocks," said Mr. Carter, "but some people found them before I did. They wanted them for themselves. They tried to buy Aunt Jane's ranch." "Is that who's staying in that little hut?" asked Henry. "That's right," said Mr. Carter. "But the sheriff and I sent them away." "Does that mean Jane won't have to sell her ranch?" asked Sam. Mr. Carter nodded. "It meant much more than that." Over the next few weeks, many people came to Centerville. They helped mine and sell the rocks. Aunt Jane had all the company she could want. There was just one thing missing. A best friend. I hope you guys enjoyed reading through the novel with me. My question for you is, have you guys ever discovered anything rare? In the novel, we see the characters discover rare rocks that were on their aunt's property, and I was wondering if you guys had ever discovered similar or rare materials to what the characters had experienced in the novel. Please let us know any cool stories you might have, and we will see you guys in our next video.